Hey, this is going to be a video on the D flat major scale. It's a tutorial so students can play along to check with intonation, and then we're going to talk about alternate positions. The D flat, along with the D major and the C major scale, um, it's usually it'll play in that middle range octave for a while before you can really get down into the trigger register or into the high range, going to the high C, the high D flat, and the high D. So I'm going to play the scale in one octave in the middle octave, with the tuner and the metronome, and then I'm going to talk about how to work on the scale to go up and also to go down. So I'm going to put the metronome on and the tuner. 1, 2, 3. So that is the middle octave of the D flat major scale. So the now I'm going to talk about the upper octave. One way you can work on that is by playing the D flat major scale, the comfortable range, and then adding the notes that you have in your range. So like so. Kind of like a saxophone or clarinet would practice their major scales. They can only go so high and so low. But on brass and trombone, we can go quite a bit higher depending on the physicality of the player. So that's one way you can do it. Or start on that D flat and work your way up, note by note. So I'm going to play 2 notes, then I'm going to play 3 notes, so on and so forth. Now this is a good scale to play the F in 4th if you so desire. Now we're adding the G flat. Now the A flat. To the B flat, if you have it. And if that's as high as you can go, just play up to the B flat for however long until you can play the C. So maybe 3 weeks down the road, the C will start coming out for you. And then add the D flat. So you can do the same way as you work on the low octave of the D flat major scale, going down. So what you have to remember, you're going to have two trigger notes. I like to keep the F in sixth, the low F in sixth, because we have a G flat. Keep the half steps together on the same partial. So, and of course, the E flat, you remember from the E flat major scale, it's going to be a flattened third with your valve down or trigger. And then the low D flat is going to be, it feels like your traditional sixth position. So a very flattened valve 5 position. So we're going to work our way down like we did going up. But now we're going down, adding notes. Okay, so maybe A flat is at the lowest part of your range, or it speaks comfortably. Okay, now we're going to extend down to the G flat. And when we get from A flat to G flat, we're going to glissandi down. Okay, all right, feels good. Now I'm going to add the F. All right, now I'm going to add the E flat. Or if the E flat doesn't speak for you coming from F and 6, work on it from first position. If that was challenging, don't add the D flat yet, add the D. Which is a sharp 5 or a double flat 4. And then the D flat. Of course, this is a shortened time, but this might be practice sessions for you over the next 2 or 3 weeks, playing down to that D flat, and then combine all 3 octaves.